Should we pretend we're talking?
Are we talking?
And we're talking. It's a great date.
Good morning, Illini. We're in for quite a different experience this morning.
Yes, we are officially Geek Morning Illini, and today we are digging into some of our greatest geek traditions.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Geek Morning Illini.
Good morning, Illini.
Good morning, Illini. Good morning, Illini.
Geek Morning Illini. So before we get to all this great stuff, we should talk about what is happening around campus. Let's dig into the daily chat.
So first, a recruit is committed to the University of Illinois. Io Dasunumu has committed to the University of Illinois for basketball. He's a 5-star recruit and ranked 30th nationally. And I think this is a really great thing. We were talking about this earlier.
We were.
Josh Whitman, honestly, with the athletic department altogether, is doing a really great job for bringing it from the ground up.
Definitely.
The whole We Will Win campaign is really good. And, you know, if we're lucky, maybe we can make it to a bowl game. In this case, for basketball, make it to the tournament.
Right. Trying to push us forward in a new, better direction.
And maybe the other Big Ten schools will stop making fun of us.
Yeah.
So that's something we can
Hopefully.
always
look
hope for.
forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the Globetrotters are coming to State Farm Center. Tickets go on sale this Tuesday, and they're only $20.
Yeah, the game is on January 19th against the Washington Generals.
Ooh.
February. My bad about that. Have you actually ever seen Globetrotters?
I haven't, but I used to see the commercials for them when I was a kid, and it always looked like so much fun. They would like play with the audience and stuff. And, like,
Yeah,
throw balls
they're a
and,
lot
like,
more
their
engaging
shirts.
than like
Yeah.
your typical basketball game.
Yeah.
So it's something different and something that's cool to do, especially, you know, here in Champaign.
Yeah.
It can get a little repetitive.
That's exciting.
Exactly. So
event.
maybe we'll
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
And finally, Illini Place is a story about the names and the plaques outside all of the buildings here on campus. Lex Tate is a lecturer in the journalism department here, and they worked with John Franch, a researcher for the university archives, and they co-authored this book together. I think this is super cool in a sense of, you know, we walk through these buildings all the time. We see those signs around campus, and we just really don't think about it.
No, we don't.
And there's so much history here on campus, you know?
Yeah.
Cyclocentennial,
150 years,
exactly.
yeah.
You know, so much has gone on, and it's
Yeah.
only going to keep growing as time goes on. So, you know what? It's cool. This is a good moment, I think, to like write this book, and then we can see where the future takes us in a sense of Illinois history.
Right. It's definitely. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you to Daily Illini for supplying us with the news in our daily chat. And if you want to find out more about these stories, you can go to www.dailyillini.com.
So a little bit of other news. I don't know if you saw, but the new Star Wars trailer finally came out for Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
No, I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I hear they have tons and tons of views already.
Yeah, 32 million views on YouTube last time I
Wow.
checked. So really impressive. You should check them out before the movie comes out. It's this December, Christmas
Yes,
time.
I've got some time, so I think I might.
Exactly.
I think I will.
But let's take a quick look at the trailer.
Okay.
When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special.
Something inside me has always been there. But now it's awake. And I need help.
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now. Let the past die. Kill it. If you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
looked intense.
Yeah, I think the CGI with space movies
It's
is
great.
incredible.
It's always so good.
You know, as a kid, I always wanted to just fly a little space shuttle, but you don't always get the opportunity.
You don't, not that kind of opportunity.
Star Wars isn't the only sci-fi movie that's getting a lot of attention right now. I don't know if you've heard, Blade Runner, a big movie from the 80s, had a sequel that just came out, Blade Runner 2049. It, like I said, is the sci-fi to Ridley Scott's 1982 Blade Runner, and it just hit the silver screen, and I checked it out in this week's movie review.
I thought you might be able to help me with the case. Any idea where I could find him?
Blade Runner 2049 takes place in a post-apocalyptic universe where Earth is almost unlivable. While human beings still exist, they are joined by replicants who are basically humans but, well, have no free will, fake memories, and also they perform any task given. The overall plot of the film involves Ryan Gosling, or K, trying to figure out if he is indeed a replicant or an actual human.
What do you want? I want to ask you some questions.
If you've not seen the original Blade Runner, there are several confusing elements to the movie, so I highly recommend checking out the original 1982 movie before heading to theaters. Action-packed and intense right from the start, the movie does a great job keeping all viewers engaged. The characters seem to have a ton of free will in the movie, which adds to the overall plot, as viewers wonder just who is a replicant and who is human.
I had your job once. I was good at it.
The cinematography, lighting, and set design of the film are all incredible. But this is no surprise, as the original movie was praised for the same qualities. Seeing the orange wasteland that was Los Angeles takes spectators into the Blade Runner world, and the hopeless feeling that comes with it. The movie is rather long, having a total runtime of 2 hours and 40 minutes. However, I never got bored while watching. Sure, some shots may be held for a second too long, but that's just being picky about small details from the film. As for casting, Ryan Gosling does a great job serving as the role of K, but Jared Leto does an even better job as the creepy and narcissistic Neander Wallace, the creator of modern replicants.
Was built off the back of a disposable workforce. But I can only make so many. Happy birthday.
Overall, Blade Runner 2049 is an amazing sci-fi experience and one of the best movies of 2017. While the movie is incredible on its own, it may be a good idea to watch the original Blade Runner first. I give this movie a 9 out of 10, and you can watch it in theaters and IMAX at AMC Champaign and Goodrich Savoy.
Wow, that looked really great. I think I'm going to check it out. Ryan Gosling's in it, so it's definitely something I got to see.
Yeah, you can see it in theaters, like I said, but also if you're trying to save some money, the Illini Union, every so often when new movies come out, they wait a few months and then they'll release them and you can view them there.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that you could do.
Definitely.
But that's not the only event that's going on in the Illini Union. In fact, we have a special reporter to check out the latest one.
Good morning, Illini. Illini girl here, and we are here at the Union where all these people have come out to fight for me in the...
Not so fast, Illini girl!
What? What is this?
I am Miss Greenstreet here to take your team.
Unbelievable. Only real heroes get GMI mic flags.
Then how about a challenge?
Accepted.
You thought you could twirl better than me.
As if. I need a team. Let's go get them.
I need a team.
So that's your team?
Yeah, it is. The winning team.
The guns will tell you when the game starts, when the game is over, when you hit someone. When you are hit, your vest will deactivate for a few seconds, then it will reactivate.
Illini girl! Team best! Yeah! We got him. We got him. Yeah.
to you guys. Illini girl, victory as always.
Maybe this time, but watch out because the next time I'll be back.
Yay, Illini girl, she won, right? Yeah.
Yes, she won.
Yes.
So she may have won her game, but it's time for us to play ours. Let's check out this week's Where Am I? Do you have any idea where that is?
Oh my gosh, no idea.
There's a wooden plank.
That looks. Is that concrete that it's sitting on?
It's
I don't
wood.
know. It's wood.
Come on, NK. That's
I mean,
very
it's
clearly.
wood in the back, or there could be wood in the background. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's also check out this week's weather while we're at it. So it looks like it's going to be a good weekend for the most part. Sunday doesn't look too happy, but
It looks like we're gonna have a beautiful day today, though, and tomorrow.
You know, after this, I might go get some Bangkok Thai and just eat it on the quad. Sounds like my ideal day.
A perfect day to sit on the quad. Perfect.
Exactly. But let's see what else is going on at in this week's. Sorry about that. So after the break, we're going to take a look at some live action role players here in the studio.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know what LARPing is, it involves sword fighting, as you can possibly see, and a lot of live action, and it's pretty great. We have them in studio, as we've said, and they are ready to show us what they got.
Yeah.
We'll see it after the break.
Health officials at the U of I are hoping they've limited a case of possibly contagious bacterial meningitis.
The lone student patient may be the only one affected. She lives at Lincoln Avenue Resident Hall in Urbana.
I wasn't too worried about it, but I just went and double-checked to make sure that I got the immunization to see if I was really safe or not.
Myers works in the Carl Cancer Research Department and has been active with the American Cancer Society for 14 years. She remembers her first Relay for Life event.
I remember after seeing the survivor lap, it was so touching, and I called my mother and I said, "You're going to beat this again."
When they merge, they give off a giant burst of gravitational waves, and then a subsequent burst of gamma rays, electromagnetic waves, a form of light. And this is the first time it's been observed.
22-year-old Curtis Morris turned himself in on Saturday afternoon. He's now in custody, and the police want to question him about the arson investigation.
For 11-year-old Aurora Johnston, the Urbana Fire Department's family night was an unexpected surprise.
I saw Fireman Phil setting up, and I asked him what was going on, and he told me. And then I called Mom and said, "Well, can I please go to this? It sounds really, really fun." And she said yes.
Firemen.
So that if they have to call 911, instead of just seeing someone that they only see at that time, they get to see us in this capacity, so that when an emergency happens, they feel like a friend's coming to help them out as opposed to just an official of the city.
Many students have been denied admission into college, partially due to a shortage of space.
So, NK?
Yes, I would say we can start Geek Morning. And so we're going to start getting into the Pokemon story about someone who is hooked on a major game, and it's Pokemon.
Good morning, Illini. I'm Lucas. Like me, video games have been a huge part of your life. For me, the classic that stands out is Pokemon. I remember playing Pokemon Red on my Game Boy when I was 6. I remember playing Pokemon Go on my phone just last year. But now, I need something new, something fresh, something...
Hey kid, I got what you need.
What?
Some of these.
What is going on? Am I in a Pokemon game right now? That's pretty sweet. All right.
Said you wanted Pokemon, now you got it.
James, is that you? Dude, we live together. Why don't we just do this at home?
Good point, let's go.
All right, let's head out. Hey guys, so I'm here with my roommate, Damian Hardy, goes by Dames, and he's gonna take us through how to play Pokemon the card game. Dames, take it away.
Alright, so the Pokemon trading card game is a one-on-one trading card game where each player gets 60 cards to battle each other. It's largely based on the video game, the TV show, and the movies. The goal of the game is to knock out 6 of your opponent's Pokemon, but there are several different ways to win the game too. So the cards are broken down into 3 different types. Energy cards are possibly the most important in the game. They're your resource and how your Pokemon get to attack. They come in all different colors, and there are even special energy cards that are more powerful. Pokemon are your monsters. They have their own moves on the cards, and they also have hit points along with other abilities. Finally, there are item, stadium, and supporter cards. Items help buff up your Pokemon, perform special tests to help you find the cards you might need to win. Stadium cards give out different effects like drawing cards or searching your deck for Pokemon. And supporters are more powerful and help with things like drawing cards, which is one of the strongest abilities in the game.
So with these rules and tips in mind, along with my very limited knowledge of the game, Dames and I played a match just so I could get a taste. I started by losing the coin flip to see who goes first, and I quickly found that I would continue that trend of losing throughout the match. I learned the important lesson of finding someone within my skill level to play against before starting a game.
I feel like Jim in The Office, where it's just like, feel my pain.
By just the 3rd turn, I'd lost my will to live and forgotten what the concept of fun actually was. So as evidenced by the fact that I have 2 cards out here and he has about 20, we're gonna say it's not looking too good for us. After about 5 turns, Dames finally put me out of my misery in what could only be described as a bloodbath.
Alright, so yeah, you just saw me get destroyed in a game of Pokemon. You might be wondering, why should we listen to this guy and his cute little Dalmatian puppy? Why should you listen to him on how to play Pokemon? Well, let's go check out some of your hardware, Dames.
Alright, cool.
Dames has quite the collection of trophies from over the years. His long list of accomplishments include a top 32 finish at the World Tournament, 1st place at regionals, 2 runner-up trophies for states, and 5 city championships. So it's safe to say, he knows what he's talking about.
There you have it from the man himself. Pokemon the card game is a pretty sweet game. Check your basement at home. You might even have some cards you forgot about from when you were little. But that's about all we've got here. In Champaign, I'm Lucas Wright.
Damien Hardy.
Penny.
Good Morning Illini.
So Pokemon isn't the only role-playing that happens around campus. In fact, I'm here with Alex from the Illini Sword Fighting Club, and you guys participate in LARPing, or live-action role-playing. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so what we do is a little bit different than a traditional LARP. We don't have character levels or experience or hit points or magic or any of that. So it's sort of like LARPing meets martial arts.
Okay.
It's where LARPing is often low contact. We do full contact fighting, which is why our things look a little bit different than an actual LARPing sword would look like.
All right.
Yeah, so basically the rules are if you get hit in the body, you die. You hit an arm, it goes behind your back. You hit in the leg, you drop to a knee.
Oh, awesome. And I know you brought some of the members of your club, so you can put on a little demo for us right now. Do you want to check it out?
Yeah.
So she's on her knees now because
she got hit
in the leg. All right. Oh, wow. So how does something like this end? Do they physically have to die if they lose their arms?
Yep. So he hit her, I think, in the body. Shoulder shot. Yep, which then killed her.
All right.
They're both wearing armor, which confers an extra sort of hit of damage to that area.
Okay.
So if you get hit once in the body, it'd be body armor, and then again, you'd be dead.
Okay.
And in that case, there's a lot of things you can try to knock each other over. There's shield checking, there's shield punching.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, there's all sorts of, there's grappling.
So is it always only 2 people, or do you guys have teams?
No, actually, the Realm here hosts an event in October that we just passed. That,
okay.
This year we had 950 people attend.
Oh, wow.
So the field fights get really, really big.
Yeah.
You have arrows and spears and all sorts of different stuff.
Wow, awesome. Bow and arrows, how do those work without
So we
hurting
use
people?
a compound bow with a 35-pound maximum draw weight.
Okay.
And then we use just standard arrows where they take the arrowhead off, they put a penny on it, and then they put a foam thing over it. The penny keeps the fiberglass from punching through the foam, and then the foam keeps you from dying when you get shot with an arrow.
All right. Do you mind if you and I take a crack at it?
Oh, sure.
One of these?
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you. Sorry. Alrighty. So, we'd be...
Tap swords.
Tap swords. Okay. Okay, and so then, would I have to drop the sword?
So that was probably a light hit.
Okay.
You have to have sufficient force for a hit to count.
Okay.
So your arm's probably still fine. You
Okay.
didn't hit it very
And then
solidly.
you would have
So
to...
drop
Alright.
to a knee.
Oh. No. I have no
And then,
arms.
Yeah, 2 limbs is death as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, losing both your arms. also kills you, which makes sense because you couldn't fight anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Alex, and thank you guys for coming out. So super cool, and maybe we'll see you guys out in the next event.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Back to Anike.
Okay, so let's check it out for our Where Am I game. Let's take a look at the second photo. Oh, I think I might know where that is. I think that is on the quad somewhere. I don't know, I guess we'll see in the next photo. Okay, let's have a look at weather for this weekend. Again, today, just a beautiful, beautiful day, 78 degrees. Maybe I'll go out and enjoy the quad like we were saying. Me and Zach are gonna go get some pad thai, sit out on the quad and eat it. That'll be fun, but tonight we might need our jackets. It's gonna be 55 degrees. It's not too bad though, not too bad. Okay, so now let's check out how well you guys know your video game tunes. Rug Lee and Kaylin Sewell went out onto the quad, onto the Union to see how well you guys know some of the most popular video game theme songs.
I'm Kaylin Sewell. I'm Ruga Lee. And today we're going to be talking to a few Illini about video game theme songs. So here we go. You ready? Ready. Let's do it. Do you want me to play it again?
Yeah, one more time, one more time. Not that I'll get it.
It's kind of short. What's your guess? Spooky game?
No, I don't know. The only video game I know is Mario Kart. So Mario.
I don't know. Sonic. I don't know.
Is that Zelda?
Zelda.
Is this like Zelda or something?
Something Final Fantasy?
Pokemon.
I never heard about it.
It's Legend of Zelda.
It's like the Pioneer Woman. No, that's the cooking show. Like something country for sure. Mario Country Edition.
Zelda.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
I
got it. Oh, I wish I had the mic so I could drop it. I'm out.
I feel so defeated right now.
If you know it.
That's like Super Mario Brothers, right?
That's Mario.
It's Mario. What is it?
It's Mario.
Oh, Mario.
Mario.
Mario Brothers, of course. Is it like Mario Brothers?
Mario.
Yeah, you got it.
I've definitely heard it. I don't know what it is though. Mario. Whoops.
Whoops. Whoops. Whoops.
That's this week's Man on the Street. So, Colleen, do you play any video games? You know, I really don't. So I think if I listened to those songs, I probably would know most of them, besides Mario. Same. I barely play any video games. Looks like we need to spend a little more time playing some video games, right? Yeah, definitely more practices. All right, well, back to you guys.
Art can truly be amazing, and what is even more amazing is the time and dedication in doing it.
That's definitely true. I used to draw in high school, and it took so much time. I would sit for hours in front of my little paper and my pencil. And
the detail that people are able to get,
yeah, it's
shading
amazing.
and all that, takes a
So
lot of work.
lifelike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jillian Nickel has been drawing all of her life, and now she's making a career out of it. Take a look.
I had art in high school. I had a really great art teacher. And I remember she had like a computer lab. We'd always go in and like play around with like Photoshop, and I got interested in digital art too. So I like to do digital. I've recently kind of started doing more traditional like ink, Copic markers and pencil and pen and ink. So I kind of switch. I work as a graphic designer at the University of Illinois, and not all of my job, but a percentage of my job, I do like scientific illustrations, and then also I do illustrations for like flyers. And like right now we're having a Halloween party, and they asked me to do a drawing for the backdrop, so I'll probably end up drawing like giant pumpkins. Dude, I think my older brother was better at it than me, to be honest. Like when we were kids, I just kept going with it. I just really liked it, so I would just always doodle. Like I remember being in like 3rd grade, and I was like the best. We did a book report on Charlotte's Web, and all the kids were like, "We need to have her on our team because she's the best drawer. Our poster will look the best." So I was always kind of like, I always loved to draw. I draw a lot of animals. I draw people too. Like I've been doing a series of like drawings of like people with like 60s hairstyles. So like fashion drawings are kind of fun. And honestly, like, if you can draw spheres and cones and cylinders, stuff like that, that's how you draw everything. But you have to get good at the basic stuff first before you can try to tackle anything big. I think that's a huge thing. Kind of like when you draw, you have to like do a million sketches to get good enough at it that you're like, I can. And you just have to do it a lot. I think that's the big thing. If you want to get good at it, you just have to do it a lot.
This week in our Who Am I segment, we introduce you to Kyrie Agi. Whether it's video games or cosplay, he has it covered.
I'm Kyrie Agi, freshman and a bio major, but I plan to transfer into CS. I don't know, I just always found it interesting, the fact that you could take something and make something. I added nothing, just coding. It seemed cool. Plus it's related to video games, so if you could work on that aspect too, it's pretty nice. I've always played them since I was really young. It's just a nice escape. The stories can be really like well put together, so then you get invested in the characters. Almost the same as like watching a movie or like reading a book, but then you actually play the characters, so it's a little more, in my opinion. Currently, Mass Effect series, I'm really into that one right now. I started the 3rd game, which is nice. I've carried over all of my decisions from the first 2. I go to Gen Con. It's an Indianapolis gaming convention. So it focuses, I don't know, a lot on board games and card games as like the 2 big events. So there's the big hall where different vendors and companies all come together, and then they'll have games to demo, older games that you might not be able to find other places. I just have body armor in my closet. This one is for Halloween, but I will reuse it probably for Gen Con. It's a Deathstroke costume. I started, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago and just started ordering things online.
Now it's time to take our final look at our weather forecast for this weekend. As we keep mentioning, it's going to be a beautiful day today, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
And tomorrow also, great day. Sunday, a little bit rainy.
Gonna make it on the quad today.
Yeah, make it on the quad today. Maybe if you want to go for a walk on the quad or to the Arboretum tomorrow, also a good idea. But Sunday, it's a great day to study, finish up those midterms.
I'm so glad we're getting these last days of sun, you know, before fall really hits.
Yes, exactly, right before winter.
Yeah.
And let's finally see where we were this week. Oh, the observatory building.
Oh, that is, like, that's right behind the quad.
Yeah,
or, like,
and
on the quad, basically.
I mean, look behind blue skies, as we keep saying, beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Something really to look forward to.
There's sun out. It's gonna be a good weekend. I'm
Exactly.
excited.
So, Anike, next week, our show, a little different than usual.
Yeah.
We have an hour-long show.
How
and
exciting.
We're covering Homecoming and
Halloween. Yes. Where did we go last night?
Last night we went to a haunted house in Rantoul. Do you remember the name? The asylum?
Baldwin Asylum.
The Baldwin Asylum.
Yes.
Pretty spooky.
It was
and
so
if you,
scary. It
if
was
you
so
want,
scary.
speak
Zach,
for yourself.
he was
I'm a trooper. You know, my mom would have been proud.
Yeah, me too.
But if you want to see me, Anike, and a bunch of the other GMI crew members, make sure to tune in next week as you see our chance and our look at the Baldwin Asylum. But that's our show for today.
Thank you so much for watching.
Tune in next week where we'll be having, like we keep saying, our full hour-long show and celebrating Homecoming and Halloween.
Yep.
So that means you'll get to see our trip to the Baldwin Asylum and much more.
Yep.
Have a great day and Geek Morning Illini.